Let's try a rapid design on problem 6, chapter 2. So copy the image address over here so that we can zoom in and see that that's 5 inches that way. And standard part, 2D sketch, XY plane. And our first line is going to be from the origin so that we can reduce the number of constraints. Hover there, type in 5, then come over here, select zoom all. Zoom back just a bit, hit escape to get out of line mode, move it here, and then let's see what other dimensions we have to work with. All right, we know it's going to be 4 foot or 4 inches deep. Let's see, 3.5 on the height. Let's just make a cube out of this and we'll start cutting it. So go up there, draw the line up like that, make sure it's nice and horizontal. Let's get this fully defined. 3.5. And it looks like we're already already at the point where we can extrude this. Believe it or not, we could have just drawn a rectangle there, right? All right, we're going to extrude this into the page, a distance of 4 inches. And then we're going to look at it to see what face we want to draw on. So maybe the first thing we could do is just draw a circle right here. So two-dimensional sketch. Going to put it right there. Circle. And let's make this one fully defined before we extrude it. Dimensions on this. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be 1 inch, and it's going to be 1.1 inch from the bottom. I think. No. Oh, that's the length of it. Okay, so it's going to be, oh yeah, just 1 inch from the bottom. And then from the left-hand side, we have a distance of 1.25. Now that we have that fully defined, I can hit escape, move these around so that they're readable. And then we can select this part to extrude. So when you start to do this extrude, it'll say, what do you want to extrude? And if you don't have that circle selected, you'll have to click on it. But it automatically selected at this time, 1.1, and we're done with that. Let's make another line going from upper left to lower right. This is the surface we want to draw on, so I'm going to select this one to draw on that surface. And then going from an arbitrary point here to there. We probably need to make this a closed shape so that we can extrude cut it. So we do want to put all 3 sides on that triangle. Let's zoom in and let's look at a few of these dimensions as far as where it's going to be placed. Looks like it's 0.75 from the bottom. So that means we want to click a point right there and right there and make that 0.75. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing up here from that point to that point. So sometimes you have to click on points themselves rather than the lines to get the links in. That's fully defined, and we actually have a shape now that we can extrude cut. So we could actually select over there, but we're going to do an extrude cut. And how far are we cutting down here? Well, we need to make it so that it's 1.5 down that direction. So I guess we'll just subtract it from this right here. Is that going to be 3.5? Looks good. And then we're going to draw on that surface. It looks like we need a 3/4 of an inch hole. And it is placed 3/4 of an inch from the corner. That makes things easy. That one is fully defined. Now let's punch out that hole by saying cut. Oh, wait, this is cut down here, right? All right, did that go all the way through? It looks like it. It's okay that if it goes for more than all the way through on these. That looks good. So let's try to promote some of these dimensions by selecting this face. Can we select all of them? I'm using shift click, pulling them all forward like that. Is that going to make a mess? Somewhat, but see if you can clean this up before you save it. What you do on each one of these is just kind of move them around until they're readable. Like this one, maybe hover up just a little bit like this. Things like this one right here, they don't really need, they say 0 degrees on there. You don't really need that. Now, as far as what that is, you might have to orbit around to see where that is. Why is it going way out here for 3.5? That looks a little bit odd because that really should be, okay, 4 inches this way. Let's see where it's trying to measure that from. Oh, that's the length of that hole that we put in there, like I was saying. So I guess maybe to make that look better and to make it look like 1.5 right there, you could come back and edit that feature and just make that hole not so deep, 1.5. And now you see it's matching up. So it was trying to tell us something after all, right? All right, anything that says 0 degrees, you can delete that. Everything else you want to carefully place before you save it. So try to do a little bit better job than I did. I did okay. And what should we save this file as? How about chapter 2, problem 6? File, save as part 2.6. All right, I will see you in the next video.